Okay. Welcome to another episode of Nobody Listens to Liz. I'm Leah Frederick.
I'm Liz Eric Dykes.
And I'm Sierra Peluso.
We're so happy you guys are here back.
They're not listening?
No, they're not listening.
I hope they're not listening.
No.
Don't tell me if you're listening.
Yeah, she doesn't want to know.
Tell us. Cindy hopping.
Yes. Cindy Lou Who just texted us yesterday saying how valuable she found the podcast. So
I told her not to watch it.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy. But today we are talking to sellers. It's interesting because this just happened. I went over last week to our neighbors back in New Richmond, Ohio, and walked through their house, and they wanted to know, what should we fix? What shouldn't we fix? So that's what we're going to talk about. It. Fix this, skip that, what sellers should and shouldn't repair before listing their houses. So, before you spend 20 grand improving something that the next person is going to just rip out kind of thing, we're going to break down what people should fix, what shouldn't they fix, and where you're just lighting money on fire.
Flushing it down the toilet, lighting it on fire.
So
Buying ugly carpet.
So we talk about buying ugly carpet, right?
Painting ugly walls.
Yeah.
Uglier.
So what should sellers fix? Let's start there. What should they fix?
That's
The roof.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's leaking, fix it.
That goes with plumbing too.
Yeah.
And electric, if the electric isn't working,
Yeah.
fix that.
The
So I like
lights-
how you said that people are worried about like the cosmetics of the house when they get ready to list.
Yes.
What color should I paint the walls? Should I redo this bathroom? Like
Right.
first, let's do the mechanics and the deferred maintenance.
Yes. Yes. They had, like, for example, a jiggly toilet, and I was like, I mean,
Love those.
where
Probably
they're-
not great on the home inspection.
never know where you're going to land.
Anytime there's a sign over a toilet to tell you how to operate it,
There's probably something wrong.
you want to fix it, okay?
Yeah.
Don't
Lowe's has
worry.
great deals on toilets now.
Yes, exactly. They do.
I highly recommend the one that you can flush an entire bucket
Yes.
of golf
Balls.
balls, the Kohler.
Yeah, has anyone tried that out?
No, but Kohler's not the only one that is offering that now. So
Really?
American Standard has a new one because we just bought it.
Let's try it out. I want to know what happens.
We should do it on this podcast.
Yes.
Oh, God. We'll have to come to Louisville for it. So
I'm up for a road
down.
trip.
I'm down.
sorry, Mark. We're going to throw a bunch of
Golf balls down your toilet.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get a Lowe's sponsorship to
Maybe,
check it out.
maybe, or American Standard or Kohler. So,
Yeah.
Hit us up, Lowe's.
yeah, give us a holler.
Jiggly toilet. Was the handle jiggly or the whole toilet?
The whole toilet, like how
the seat?
how it operated. It was a system thing where you had to make sure
I'm
there
sorry.
was again, there was a sign and said be sure. In fact, they had
Be sure to sit down and buckle up.
They had a big family event there, and they told me how they were
sit down.
gonna keep one of the grandchildren
you.
were gonna be on toilet duty, because there were a lot of people who had never been there before, friends and family, and
and they
stuff like
had
that.
to deal with the jiggly toilet.
And they had to deal with the
I
jiggling
might just
toilet.
pee my pants.
I mean, right?
Do they know how much a toilet costs? Because at this point,
That's exactly what I reminded them. Like, if because I mean, there's some cosmetic things on the walls and stuff, and I was like, don't worry about that. Fix the toilet.
Yeah.
So, but yes,
Yeah.
systems, plumbing. If water is leaking anywhere it should not be,
or water intrusions, if water's
Water
getting
intrusion.
in your home,
Basement.
settling in your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely spend the money. So active roof leaks. Yes, electrical
Really
hazards.
good one, Sierra. The roof.
The roof, definitely.
Don't neglect that.
It's very
Yeah.
important. And any deferred maintenance, things that you should have been maintaining that maybe you weren't, you might want to check those out.
Yeah,
And getting things like the HVAC serviced.
just serviced even. Yeah,
Yeah, even if it's older, they a lot of our HVAC guys say that the older units are actually way better than some of the newer ones,
Really?
which surprises me, but cool.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't surprise me. They don't make things that last nowadays.
oh, we talked about that last time too.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just us. We were the last generation.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we just get them serviced, at least we know they've been gone through, have them put the sticker on with the date, showing that that unit has had attention, and make sure you are changing your furnace filters.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say,
Regularly.
side note to that is if you get it serviced and have your own professional come out, give you an opinion on whatever it is, then when a buyer comes with their inspector and tries to call it out, you already have your stance on where you stand on
Even
fixing
better,
it,
documentation.
or-
Ask that
Yes.
HVAC to
Yeah.
actually write this out. Because if you show any
Yeah.
kind of documentation, I mean, they may disagree, that inspector or whoever,
Right.
later, but you say, well, no, this is what they told me.
I've had a professional come out already, and they said this.
Yes.
So
I think that has more weight and
Yeah.
carrying power that, we saw
Yeah.
that there might have been an issue, and so we addressed
Right.
it, we
And, like,
mitigated it.
you know, again, time is of the essence. You only have so many days to respond. Now you've already done it. You can respond right away.
Right.
Well, and like you talked about with doing the pre-inspections for listings, like that is ideal, getting your house pre-inspected so we know what we're up against. And
Yeah.
you go ahead and do the fixes and stuff. The more you go ahead and prepare your home for the next person or for the buyer and better shape it's in, the less you're going to have to negotiate, and
Yep.
the more money you're going to make, because
Right.
you're not going to have to take off money for repairs.
Yeah.
Right.
More time and stress that you won't be
Exactly.
bothered with.
Yep.
I'd
So-
love less stress.
Oh, wouldn't
Just
it
in
be nice?
general.
Anything for less stress. Sign
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
On that train.
So those things have a lot of impact. So you get a return on your investment in there. So yeah, major mechanical flags, red flags, non-working HVAC, obvious foundation issues, and broken water heater. You don't need new, but you do need working, operational. Some of the small repairs that we've talked about as far as the big impact, you got a door that sticks or a window that sticks, and maybe it's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get it, attended to.
Windows with broken seals.
Right.
Actually, when an appraiser comes through for FHA and USDA, in our area at least, they will raise the windows, and if the windows don't stay raised,
Yeah.
that's a safety issue.
Safety
So
issue.
that's something that you can easily do, is check your windows, especially in older houses, and make sure they're staying open.
The health and safety is always an issue.
Yes.
Um,
Something that people don't think about is, if you're going to sell your house, I recommend getting in your crawl space or putting a camera down
Yes.
there, see what's in there.
Yep.
And then go get in your attic and look up
I've
there.
recommended that to a seller I had who was buying first without selling. And I told them, I said, when was the last time you were in your crawl space? And he was like,
it's been a
I'm
minute.
gonna get down there.
Because you don't know what's down there.
No.
Yeah.
And
no.
it's something that you can take care of before you list the house. I had 2 last year that had almost the same issue. And it's, you don't get in your crawl space. You don't get in the attic. But it's
I
worth a peek
definitely
if you're
don't
going to
wanna
list
get
the
down there.
house.
Right.
And that's another good reason to have a pre-inspection.
Yes. I mean, if you have a groundhog in your crawl space,
That's an issue.
You need to
Or a bat-
mitigate that.
Or some bats in the attic.
Or the
That's
bats
an
in the
issue.
attic.
And if you find that at the wrong time of year, you're in for a world of hurt.
which is most of the year, in case you're wondering.
In Ohio, at least.
In Ohio, at least. They all know
Why?
about-
Can you not kill them?
No.
No, they're protected species. And you can't touch
From
them
who?
until... That could be an episode in itself. Let me tell you about the bats. Yes.
Hey,
They,
no
they're
body, no
protected-
crime.
Okay.
Okay, so
I think our series just changed a
I know.
little bit. Who loves true crime documentaries? Is that what we need? We could start with bats.
As a total side note, did you know the bats are waking up earlier because we've had such warm temperatures? They're coming out of hibernation early.
You know a
Tell
lot
us
about
how
bats.
you know this.
because,
so much about bats.
because my parents' house have had bats, so that's why. I know.
A lot of houses in Augusta have bats too.
Actually, yeah. Well, most older houses do have it, and if you have a house with cedar shingles, well, they love that stuff.
Charlotte
So-
actually got terrified by a bat at Debbie's the other day. It's an old house. They get
They get
bats,
bats.
and one came flying through the kitchen.
What? In the living space?
Yes.
I'm out.
And
Yeah, I
Charlotte
don't like
had a
birds or
heart
bats
attack.
anyways.
Apparently, she told me that she had a blood-curdling scream. Mom, I had a blood-curdling scream.
That's hilarious.
Well, I would too.
Sometimes they attack us when we're night fishing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they can see the light or something?
Yeah, but like you're not surrounded. I feel like I would be really enclosed in a house if a bat was flying through
It's
it.
in my airspace. Yeah,
Nope.
birds and bats. I'm like, oh, nope, time to leave.
Yeah.
So, other things that are small repairs with big impact, of course, patching nail holes, cracked drywall. tightening loose railings.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a big safety issue.
Right.
That'll be called out. Definitely. Replace burned out bulbs. Now, yes, but I have very strong opinions on what color of bulbs to replace them with.
What is your opinion?
Do not get cool white bulbs for any part of your house that you're listing, because
Is that the white light?
It's cool bright white light,
I
and
love
it just
that.
oh no.
What do you suggest?
You like the soft
I
light?
think soft. Oh no,
No.
warm. The warm tones. The
Nope.
warm tones of light actually make a house look cozier.
Now,
But
is that
my
the
opinion.
yellower look?
It's a slightly.
No.
It's slightly warmer. Yeah, I guess it's yellow, but it's not blue.
My biggest
Blaze.
pet peeve, though, is
we're gonna disagree
when
on
you,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
mismatch. Oh,
but yeah, but
That's
the
a problem.
But the bright white in like a bathroom, I'm like, ooh, clinical. Sign me up for the
Depends on the
Lincoln.
bathroom. If it's super white and shiny, I'm okay with
I
it.
don't know. I just want it to be really bright and airy in a bathroom because I want to be able to see my face when I'm like.
Yeah, I'm not in
My
love
skincare
with the
routine.
Let's
warm
talk.
glow.
Let's talk about
And stuff.
with Mark's in his bathroom. So I was like, so we're gonna have a light here, and yes, we're gonna get new light fixtures. She's like, all we need is one light. I said, no,
No.
we don't. No, we need more than
25, please.
One light. We need to see. We need to see that chin hair.
Yeah.
So when I need to pluck it.
That's a random good tip is if
My
you
lip
have the
hair,
opportunity.
pluck and wax it.
If you have the opportunity to put a light inside of your shower,
Yeah.
especially for ladies shaving their legs and things.
Yeah.
If you can put a light inside of that shower, it's
I
super
lost that
helpful.
argument. He's like, I don't want to see that well in the shower.
That's fair, I guess. I understand
I'm
that.
just kind of like,
I see
okay,
both
I'll
sides.
give up on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want the light. He doesn't have to turn it on.
Well,
Did you tell him?
exactly.
Did you tell him they come with a switch?
Yeah. It's not like a 24-hour light.
Honestly,
okay?
when it comes to negotiation, we had enough of a discussion. I thought the color selection would be the hardest, but actually the gloss. He's like, oh no, for bathrooms we only do semi-gloss or gloss. I'm like,
Gloss.
no, we
I've
don't.
never done gloss.
Yeah, no, there's some kind of mentality. You do not have to do gloss or semi-gloss in a bathroom or a kitchen. You can use satin. It works. So
I do have.
you can.
Semi-glass is easier to wipe
oh,
off.
yeah, especially
and
with
it
kids.
It doesn't somehow it
What
lets
are
the
your
water
kids
run
like?
off a little more.
Running thing. Are they painting
Have you
on
ever
the
seen the
bathroom
wild
walls?
thornberries? You know Donnie?
Is that Eli?
That's Eli.
That's Eli.
So,
Feral. We'll just say that, feral. Okay. Painting. Okay, so as far as impact, neutralize loud or dated colors, focus on main living areas, and skip perfection. Aim for clean and cohesive. All right. And I would also mention, and this is what I told my sellers, I said, clean. It should be clean, clutter free. Because they had a bunch of storage stuff. I'm like, and it's temporary. I'm like, just take that down. So then you open up the room a bit.
Yeah.
and don't forget about the baseboards
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
because we noticed those.
Yes.
I think that in order of priority, it would be like major maintenance on the house, like your roof, your leaks, your plumbing.
Because buyers are going to
electric.
ask for that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be definitely paying attention to that first. And then right behind that, I feel like is the cleanliness of the house. Like that's
yeah.
number 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you much unless you have it professionally cleaned, which
Right.
I honestly prefer. But if just cleaning, organizing, depersonalizing, decluttering,
Yeah.
Decluttering.
all that is
Decluttering.
stuff that doesn't cost a whole lot but
Right.
makes such a huge
Big
impact.
impact. Very big impact. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, what should sellers skip? What are the money pits? This is where sellers lose thousands unnecessarily. Let's talk about kitchen and bath renovations.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Most buyers want their style, right?
Yeah.
And let the
Well,
buyers choose the backsplash, or what do you think?
Depends on the house.
Yeah, because some buyers aren't going to have money to come in there and do it. And I also think sellers think that renovating a kitchen and a bathroom automatically means that their house
money.
is worth more money.
That's
like as
true.
an appraisal value, when in reality, I call it more of a sellability value. That no, it's just going to probably be more attractive for buyers and they might be willing to spend a little bit more money on it because they don't see that as price tags for when they move in.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like buyers today, when I first started a few years ago, everybody wanted a deal. They all wanted the house that needed work. They all wanted to do the renovations. They all wanted bottom dollar priced houses.
They were getting 3% interest rates.
Right.
So they
could
could put whatever they wanted
Right.
or buying it with cash.
Yeah.
And making money on houses.
Yeah.
They all wanted a deal. Now I feel like my buyers just want to walk in a house, bring their toothbrush, bring their clothes, and be ready to
Turnkey.
go.
Yep. Moving
Yeah,
ready.
they don't want projects. They don't want to pick your countertops. They don't want to
Right.
pick the carpet. They all want it there, nice. And if they want to change something or update it later, they can.
They can.
However, or maybe change it to their taste or paint a wall, whatever. Paint's cheap, carpet's cheap. But they don't want to walk into a project, I don't feel like.
Right, and
most
I think
of
that
the time
is
now.
that has been definitely a change, because certainly when I bought mine, it was a project. But you
Or a
know,
different type of personality,
It is
too.
a different personality. But also, you know, one of the other things to talk about too is, you know, like flooring replacements. You know, consider a credit. Same with appliances. Consider offering those buyers a credit to get what they want. So if you've got worn carpet, rather than going ahead and changing it right off the bat, well, you can do that, and it certainly will help, you know, the house sell, perhaps because it had new carpet smell. But if you don't want to bother with it, you know, just give them credit for it, because they're going to choose it anyway, don't you think?
I would change it every time.
Yeah.
Would you change it?
I would have it as move-in ready as possible, unless you don't want to do the updates, and
Right.
depends on what your goal is, right?
Yeah.
If you want top dollar, then we're replacing it. It needs to
Yeah.
be move-in ready. Bring
Yeah.
your toothbrush and your clothes.
Yeah.
If you have a situation where time is more important to you, or you don't have the money for fixes, or if there's, you know, it's not your home, it's something inherited
Right.
or whatever, if it's something you don't want to deal with and it's
Right.
your convenience factor
Yeah.
or a money factor, then yeah, I would leave it and think about things like credits or stuff
the
like
credits
that.
and stuff,
But if
yeah.
you have the means and you're wanting top dollar and that's your goal, it needs to be ready.
Yeah. I would say if there's like stains and rips and like where it gets rolled up and stuff, I think don't leave it, change it.
Yeah. It's so funny to me to walk into a house that's obviously been upgraded, and you have your white trim and your gray walls and the fancy lights and stuff. And I'm like, won't change that first thing. So
But that's a preference. That's a
it is a
personality
start. But I mean, again, is that something that people need to invest in? You know, I think it's, again, back to
Depends
your
on the
personal-
house,
Depends
depends
on the
on-
house. Yeah.
Depends on your goal with the
Well,
house.
I think what it is, it depends how bad it looks beforehand. Because if it's so bad and just so cluttered and so personalized paint colors and flooring options and lamps that people can't see
Past
them,
it.
yeah,
They
can't see
see
past
themselves
it. They
in it.
can't see themselves in it.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's why builders don't do that. That's why they have builder grade. You come in and everything looks clean cut and professional. But then you move in and you want to change it all.
Right.
You know, because you want to put your own style on it.
Right.
So I think it sometimes depends how bad it is. You know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I think is hilarious?
What?
They call painting walls in rooms now color drenching. Have you heard this?
Oh, yeah,
have
because
not.
they paint the whole, the ceiling and
space.
everything.
Oh,
Which
I
I
know.
actually like, but it's color drenching. It's not. We're not painting anymore.
We're color drenching.
Color drenching.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's such
I mean,
a
I'm sick of the
BS.
gray too,
Like,
but
yeah.
come on, it's colors.
Let's
I'm
spin
gonna,
it a different
I'm gonna
way.
color drench my living room white.
But what color white? You know, there's 5 million, so
Yeah.
different
Mine
whites.
is alabaster white.
Do you know, perfect job, total sidebar, perfect job for me would be to name paint colors. I think that'd be so much fun.
You just could name all the things
All
in
the
life,
things,
Yeah.
right?
You have a name. She has a name for everything.
I do.
What's
and
my
I'm
name?
beginning to do it.
She doesn't want to say it.
Apparently, she can't say it on air, so I don't know. This show's taking a turn today.
I know, it is, really. Actually, I don't think I have.
You don't have a nickname for
Do you have a
me?
nickname for me? That
No.
could be an interesting
No,
one.
that could be interesting. But no, although I do get a kick out of when I hear your mother call you Elizabeth, because she's not Elizabeth to me. You're a Liz.
Yeah.
You are so a Liz. So
My friends' kids call me Elizabeth because their mom, I grew up with her, and she
And
calls me Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
It's the weirdest thing.
yeah,
That's
total
funny.
side note kind of thing. But it is. It's like she's not it's not Elizabeth. So I don't. So no, you do not. Neither of you have names yet. So, okay, landscaping.
Consider challenged.
Consider challenge, yes. Landscaping. You want neat, not a botanical garden. Okay, here's a thing. Okay, and I could use your advice, actually. My beloved has a bunch of native plants in the front yard, and we are talking about eventually selling this house. And these things, native plants, I'm all about native. I appreciate them. They're saving our ecosystem. But these things look like weeds to me.
Yeah.
And they're tall. What would you advise somebody
Is he going to take them with him? He wants them, right? Doesn't he want to take them with him?
Somewhat, yeah. I mean,
Can you
again, if we buy first and then sell the house,
get a nice little like yard sign that says "Native plants protect the
Yeah.
bees"?
butterflies welcome here. So
Yeah.
that's
And
actually
then maybe
not a
people,
bad idea.
people
idea.
might
That's
get
not a
it like,
bad idea.
oh, what? That's so great. They might
Show them what
They
it
might
is.
get behind it.
I mean, that's
I
what we're
like
doing with
that.
the bats. We're putting bat houses everywhere. So,
I like that better than people not knowing. There's actually a landscaping company. I won't tell you where it is because maybe they wouldn't appreciate this.
Yeah.
But they have that style where they
Right.
think everything should just grow wild.
Right.
And I'm sure they've planted some of this stuff.
absolutely.
Looking at their building, it looks 100% abandoned and has for years because they don't have what we think of
That perception
today
of tidy
as-
landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
They don't have the black mulch and the
Right.
green bushes and whatever. It's totally different. And I'm
Yeah.
sure that that's the reasoning behind it.
No doubt.
But from the road for a business, it doesn't look like a landscaping company you would typically think of.
Yeah.
That's probably their entire point.
Right.
They
And so
need
you
a-
talk about
they
that
need a
curb appeal.
marketer.
If
right.
they had marketing out there that
Yeah.
says,
Yeah.
we love bees or a big beautiful
Right.
butterfly or something, we're supporting the ecosystem or ask us about
Right.
native plants,
could
that
put-
would be cool.
We could put those tiny little fence hedges that you put in the
Like the garden space.
Yes,
Exactly,
the little white picket fence.
We could do that. I mean, that's not a bad idea, actually.
I don't know about that, but
but
I like
it looks
Sierra's
like
idea.
it's an intention. There's an intention there.
and in
kind
your
of thing.
description, you can say,
Yes,
this
native
is
plants.
this is a garden.
Get a little
This is what
solar
this is.
spotlight to put on the sign too at night.
Light it up.
Make it real fancy.
No, actually, because that
it would be great for the spiders.
but it confuses the birds and the bats.
Yeah.
So it does.
Well, I'm
blo-
okay
and
with
moths.
confusing the bats.
And fireflies, that's why they say
Blood
turn off your
print on
lights.
screen.
Too much light pollution. That's a totally different discussion. Okay, so smarter strategy most sellers miss, as we've mentioned, pre-listing inspection. Control the narrative from
Yeah.
the get-go. Yeah. So
and I
expect
feel
it.
like in my experience, it's a hard sell to get sellers to realize, like, do a pre-inspection. They're like, why would I do an inspection? That's the buyer's job.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's really
but
counterintuitive. Like if you just did it before, you pay a few $100 and it could save or make you thousands of dollars
Yeah.
because the house has a clean inspection. You know what they're going to find. You can fix it ahead of time, deal with
right,
it.
mitigated next to anything called out.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you're not negotiating on your price.
Right, right.
It's funny because most higher end homes, like people are very open to pre-inspections, and it depending on your market and where you're at and your price range and stuff, other what we would think of as normal homes are totally against it. It's like, man, like that few $1,000s that you might end up negotiating means a lot more to you than the people in the $1 million home
Right.
who might have to, make a couple $1,000 fixes.
Absolutely.
Your money is, how important is your money to you and to keep it intact?
yeah.
Yep. So obviously address the more inexpensive issues first, and price appropriately for the rest. I mean, with mom and dads, we go through, okay, should we fix this? Should we fix that? Is there a value added to certain repairs? And it depends on the buyer. I mean, as far as like the price point of what the property is going to be in, are they going to expect, as you're saying, that if you're asking over $500,000, well, they're going to expect things in better order, shall we say?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, repairs, the credits are fast. If you give credits, though, You can have a faster listing, fewer delays, and faster listings meaning you're not on your 6th or 7th contractor to get them in there to make the repair.
Yeah.
And that part
That's a
is
legitimate
hard.
thing.
It
It is
is.
a legitimate thing, particularly if you hire a contractor that you should not have, even though highly recommended, and they end up causing you more,
in the long run.
and that they cost more.
So Leah, I know that we usually drop a word and send them a PDF of some sort with some information from us.
Yep.
But I would love on this one to ask what are your questions about your repairs? Can you send us a repair or a suggested repair or a picture of it?
Right.
Yeah.
That'd
And
be
say,
great.
should we fix this before we list our house?
We'd love to weigh in on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd love to check those out.
And we may not even agree.
That's very true.
It's very true. I mean, listen, I had a recent listing where the bathroom, it didn't work. It was the second bathroom, but it didn't work at all. I'm like, you need to fix it. Well, when they started fixing it, they discovered mold everywhere. Became a much more bigger thing. But I'm like, better to find it now
Yeah.
than later, because what happened?
would
They
scare-
waived the inspection. The buyers waived the entire inspection.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Good
great.
for them
And if
that
they
the
would have
seller
found
took
it,
care of the
that
mold.
all of those things when the buyer found out about it, it would have scared them.
It would have.
And they could have backed out.
They could have backed out entirely. Exactly. So yeah, I think tell us what you want, what you were
What are you
interested in, what
thinking
you're
about?
thinking about. What needs to be improved. Although we do have a seller smart repair guide before listing. We got a whole little PDF. We're happy to share. Which are our keyword can be fix it or not.
Keep or fix.
Keep or fix. These keywords are getting longer and longer, haven't you noticed? So, okay, so closing takeaways kind of thing. If it's broken, unsafe, or screams neglect, fix it. If it's cosmetic, trendy, or personal, skip it. And before you spend $1, talk to a professional who knows your market.
Yes.
Oh, before we cut out of here,
Yeah.
please know that your local agent expert will likely come through and do a walkthrough with you in your home
Yes.
for free. If you decide on
Absolutely.
staging or any other products or services, there would be a charge for those usually, unless your agent includes it, which is even more awesome.
Right.
However, typically around us, our agents, we walk through people's homes and we will go through that with you.
Yes.
We'll make a list. We'll help you decide. We will guide you through all of that. Don't feel like you have to do it on your own.
Yeah. Bother us, once again, bother us with this. Because it does. It makes our job easier. We can also give a better, more accurate assessment of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll know your goals better.
Right.
Knowing your goals is half of the battle because we need to know, do you want top dollar? Do you want the quickest sale? Do you just want rid of it? Because there's a whole different set
Big range.
of
Yes.
what we can and should do.
Yep. Well,
So-
good. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. And we look forward to seeing you guys for the next episode of Nobody Listens to Liz.
I don't know who you're talking to. Nobody's listening.
I know, exactly. I'm Leah Frederick.
I'm Liz Eric Dykes.
And I'm Sierra Peluso.
We will see you next time here at Nobody Listens to Liz.